started this project trying to come up with an idea of how to deliver communications about our districts in a different format that might help us spread the word about how great these districts are. And I've been blown away by not only the response, but the feedback that we've gotten.
And I got a lot of comments from people in the district that didn't know things about Lakewood. I've had people come up and say, you know, I need to go out and visit some of those places. So,
well, yeah, and you know, I was shocked actually to find out that these videos have been seen nearly 80,000 times. I think it's been a huge success. I've got
me too, especially with two guys with faces made for radio. You know, to actually have that kind of success with video, that's not all bad.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
So what did you learn? What did you learn about your own district that you didn't know?
Well, first of all, the most important thing I learned is that people are watching. I heard from a lot of my constituents directly who were first pleased with a different format. They told me they learned things about their own community. They critiqued us.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, and pointed out when we made slight little errors, which is great because we knew people were watching. And I'd like to say that we did it on purpose to make sure they were paying attention.
I'd be curious over time how many people who might be considering moving to the region, you know, kind of stumbled into them and looked at them and learned something and might tip the decision to make the move.
Yeah, well, I think what I really have taken away from this most is the power of social media. You know, back in the day, you'd produce a newsletter and it would go out and it would become a
coaster,
a coaster for something. What I was really surprised with was how many times people shared our video too. And again, it didn't just get directed to the immediate audience, and as you've mentioned, people outside of Pierce County are learning about our districts because their friends are sharing these videos with them, and it was a fun way to get information out that's important too.
Well, and we also, to your point on social media, a lot of twits.
lots
on the series.
Lots of tweets and shares, and so yeah, it was really good. How can people continue to view this or reach out and contact us?
I'm glad you asked. They can go to piercecountywa.org/ they can go to, and thank you by the way for lobbing that one at me.
You betcha.
They can go to piercecountywa.org/trivia, and they can see all of the episodes from both yours and mine. And I guess it lends itself to the question of, you know, you mentioned how many views there were, of whether or not we're going to continue this in 2018. Are your thoughts on continuing this method?
Yeah, well, actually, we're in the planning stages right now of doing a very similar type project. It won't be Pierce County Trivia, but we're going to do a series of 6 or 7 videos very similar to this, again, highlighting different parts of the activity within not only Council District Number 5, but how these programs and projects reach throughout Pierce County.
I know the town of Steilacoom took their video, and I think they've posted it on their website to show off Steilacoom. So,
right. Well, I understand that Pierce County TV is going to be using some of these for some of their programming. So we've kind of hit the big time. I'm sure Hollywood is next.
I really enjoyed making the video with you, by the way. I thought I had a great time.
I told people that it was pretty much the funnest thing I've done in 30 years of government, especially in terms of trying to find a unique way to communicate with people. It certainly, I think, was impactful.
All right, well, I'll be watching for your next video.
I'll be keeping my eyes out for yours. All right, well, thank you for joining us for Pierce County Trivia. We've really enjoyed this opportunity to share with you some of the highlights within our districts.
And I hope that you have been watching these videos, enjoyed watching them as much as we enjoyed making them. And I really hope you'll take the opportunity to go out and visit some of these places that were in the 2 videos. I think you'll be amazed at how wonderful they are.
Speaking of which,
did you get to the top of Spire Rock?
I'm on a 35-year mission to get to the top of it, but I'm going to do it.
Well, some people pick Rainier, you know, to climb on their bucket list.
Maybe.
Others go with Spire Rock.